Simplicity Esports and Gaming Company is a North American-based esports organization. It was founded by Jed Kaplan, who is a minority owner of the Memphis Grizzlies, as well as the Swansea City of the English Champions League. So that is soccer. And with me is CEO Roman Franklin to tell us more about this company. And boy, are you in a hot area, esports. Tell me a little bit about the company, Roman.
Well, you referenced Jed already, so I'll give you the Jed explanation. He likes to tell folks that esports garnered a lot of attention, including his and ours as a company, in 2018 when the League of Legends World Finals had more viewers than the Super Bowl. Subsequently, Simplicity was established. The company set a couple of goals. First, to have the largest footprint of esports gaming centers in the U.S., and to own a League of Legends franchise with Riot Games. Both of those goals were accomplished by the end of 2020, so we're pretty excited about 2021.
Yeah, well, I'd say so, and I can imagine the pandemic has probably even accelerated your business a little bit as well. And I understand you made numerous acquisitions over the past year and a half or so. Can you tell me about those, and how do those contribute to the company?
Absolutely. So in the fall of 2019, we acquired PlayLive Nation. PlayLive Nation is a franchisor of franchisee-owned gaming centers. The acquisition gave us the largest footprint of esports gaming centers in the U.S., albeit mostly owned by franchisees. Subsequently, with quite a bit of research, we also decided that in order to accomplish our franchise ownership goal, that Brazil was most likely the next region Riot Games would be franchising for League of Legends. In early 2020, we acquired the top-ranked League of Legends team in Brazil, Flamingo Esports. Our team continues to perform well, finished the first split of 2021 season in first place. And interestingly enough, we also finished the year 2020 on the list of the top 10 most tweeted about esports teams in the world. So as COVID-19 was discovered and began to cause concerns about public gatherings, we saw this as an opportunity to capitalize on disruptions that were occurring in commercial real estate. So we've made some additional acquisitions as a result of COVID disruptions. In approximately the last year, we've acquired 14 esports gaming centers and now own and operate them as corporate gaming centers. After the acquisition, the financial performance from those gaming centers becomes consolidated and reported with our public company financials. What I'm most excited about, though, is the new leases we've been able to sign with landlords for the corporate gaming centers. The rent for those leases is calculated as a percentage of revenue. So we're very excited about those percentage rent leases.
Yeah, so you are the largest gaming center owner in North America now, right? After in 13 states, 30 centers in 13 states. So
that's correct.
How has that been in terms of, you got the brick and mortar? It sounds like you took advantage of a down market to expand there, but then also the digital. So you really have a nice hedge there, no matter what happens.
That's correct. That's correct. And so we feel that a large moat around our business comes from the brick and mortar, significant CapEx required to construct these locations and to establish a footprint the size of ours with percentage rent leases would be very difficult, time consuming, and have great CapEx requirements. So, in terms of current status today, in light of COVID, barring any further COVID-related shutdowns, it seems like the worst of the negative impact from COVID is behind us. We recently put out in a press release that of our corporate-owned centers, we now have 6 that are operating without restriction at all, 7 that are at 50% occupancy restriction, and another location that's at a 25% restriction. So soon we'll update the market regarding specific sales trends and trajectory of our recovery once we have a couple more months of data under our belt to establish that trend.
Now, you mentioned percentage rent leases. What is that? How does that work exactly?
So instead of a traditional fixed rent obligation, these percentage rent leases have rent calculated as a percentage of revenue instead of a fixed obligation. So this structure significantly reduces the expense profile, giving us greater confidence in the expected profitability of these corporate-owned centers.
Now, the Flamingo Esports brand in Brazil has shown an interest in EFTs or in NFTs. So how does that work?
Yeah, that's right. So we have an incredible fan base in Brazil, including hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitter. As a matter of fact, it's not uncommon for us to receive over 5,000 likes on a tweet or hundreds of thousands of views on a YouTube video that we post. These fans view NFTs as digital merchandise. They're non-fungible tokens. So they are essentially digital merchandise items, art creations that maybe capture a moment in the history of Flamingo Esports, maybe an artistic expression of a logo. So they've indicated on Twitter for us that they're interested in purchasing NFTs and would view them much like purchasing a jersey or a hat to support the team. So we're moving forward quickly with the development, the minting, the creation, the minting of NFTs so that we can provide that to the market, to our fan base.
Yeah, how interesting. So NFTs, Twitter, it really kind of feels like the future is where you're operating right now. So now you did have record revenue, record quarter that ended in February. Can you talk a little bit about March and April? How are those months looking?
So you're correct. We reported record revenue for the quarter ended February 28th. Since then, we've announced the acquisition and reopening of 2 more gaming centers, as well as an additional sponsorship and sub-licensing agreement for Flamingo Esports, our Brazilian subsidiary. So I can't comment right now on March and April revenues, but our fiscal year end is May 31st. And Nick Lau, who recently came on board as our CFO from NYSE listed MGM Growth Properties, he's doing an incredible job and is working diligently to publish our financial results to the market as soon as possible when our fiscal year ends on May 31st.
Okay, very interesting. And I look forward to an update down later on this year as things start to reopen more. And best of luck.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jane.